Beautiful is a word that can be used to describe the Tundra Swan. Elegant is another. If I dunk this basketball, you subscribe. In some areas of North America, these huge white birds are fairly common, while in others, seeing one is next to impossible. For me, in addition to admiring the beauty, the rareness makes it even more magical. The Tundra Swan is indeed a large bird, but it is slightly smaller than the other two swan species found in North America, the trumpeter swan and the mute swan. For those in the United States and even much of Canada, this bird can only be seen either during migration or in winter. As its name indicates, it nests in the Arctic tundra, from Alaska east through the Northern Territories. This winter seems to be an eruptive year for these birds, as I've seen more reports of tundra swans in uncommon areas than ever before. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology reports that Lewis and Clark provided the first written description of the tundra swan during their expedition to the American West. A characteristic whistling in their wings led Meriwether Lewis to call them whistling swans, a name that is still in use. These birds have a distinctive straight-necked posture, as seen here. The National Audubon Society reports that the North American population is often called the whistling swan, while the European version is called the Bewick's swan. Cornell Lab reports that, based on banding records, the oldest known tundra swan was a female that was at least 23 years, 7 months old when she was identified by her band in the wild in Ohio. She was originally banded in the same state. As mentioned previously, the tundra swan is a huge bird with a long neck. Adults are pure white, aside from their black bills and legs. They measure from 48 to 58 inches in length and have wingspans up to 5 feet 6 inches. They have black bills, often with a spot of yellow at each side of the base, near the eyes, as seen here. The bill slopes gently away from the head. Older juveniles have a pale dusky brown coloring with extensive white highlights and a mostly pink bill with black on the tip and the base. As mentioned previously, these birds nest in the Arctic tundra. They typically winter in the American West and along the East Coast. Here's a nice range map, courtesy of the National Audubon Society. It's not unusual for some individuals to stray inland, but they are considered rarities here. The National Audubon Society reports that southward migration begins in about mid-autumn. Winter habitat includes shallow lakes, wide, slow-moving rivers, and coastal estuaries, especially those with agricultural fields nearby. These birds eat a variety of aquatic vegetation, but also mollusks and arthropods, and during winter they can often be found in agricultural fields eating corn, soybeans, and rice. I recently had the privilege of watching an individual feeding in a shallow lake, and it was plucking underwater vegetation from the bottom, as seen here. Is there something in my teeth? To feed underwater, these big birds upend with their tails up and their heads straight down. They can reach an amazing 3 feet below the surface. Nests are typically placed near a large body of water, either on an island or in upland or wet meadow tundra. Both male and female build the nests together, which involves a mound of vegetation including grasses, sedges, and other tundra plants, lichens, and moss. A female will lay 3 to 5 eggs, which are incubated for a little over a month. Chicks are born with their eyes open, covered in a light gray down with light pink legs and toes. They are able to walk several hours after their down dries. According to the National Audubon Society, the young fledge in about 2 to 3 months, but will remain with parents through at least the first winter. They are able to fly about 65 days after hatching. Parents defend their nests and young against a host of predators including foxes, weasels, wolves, and bears, as well as birds such as glaucous gulls, common ravens, parasitic jaegers, Pomeranian jaegers, and golden eagles. Once a pair forms, tundra swans feed and roost together year-round. Well, that's it for the tundra swan. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe for future informative nature videos.